What are your thoughts on the Philip Anderson's 18.6-year real estate cycle in regards to the market? So, Amber, I'm going to tackle this from two sides. First, I'm going to assume we are specifically talking about real estate because it doesn't work for the actual traditional markets at all, in my opinion. But I'll talk about just the real estate thing first. Now, this Philip Anderson's 18.6-year real estate cycle is a theory that real estate markets go through a cyclical pattern of boom and bust with an average length of 18.6 years, and the cycle is divided into four phases. We'll talk about those in a second, but actually let's go to them now because I do have them on the next slide. Hold on a second. I'm juggling things around here. So here are the cycles. So you got the recovery phase. It starts to recover from a previous recession. The expansion, the market starts to grow rapidly. Hypersupply, the market reaches its peak and starts to cool off. And recession, the market starts to decline. Now, in fairness with me, I never heard of the Philip Anderson's 18.6-year cycle till I heard from the Pacino brothers, and they are big into it. But for me, innately, because I've been investing in real estate since the 90s, I always thought things happened in 7 to 9 year cycles. And then I thought, interesting. 2 times 9 is 18. Maybe there's a pattern here. But no. So look at this, for example. This is US real estate over the last 25 years. You can see we go up. Then we had the global financial crisis. And then we have a 7 to 9 year cycle again. And if this Case-Shiller index stretched back before 1997, you'd see 1998, you'd see that it was for 9 years as well. So I do believe in a 7 to 9 year cycle. And that's typically how I invest in real estate. I wait for things like the GFC and I'm ready to pounce and buy. And I wait for other crises that can pop in every now and again. And also, what's important to look at as well, so there's no such thing as an 18.6 year cycle. I'll explain that in a minute, but look at this. This is more regarding real estate. This is US real estate divided by the M2 money supply growth over the last 25 years. Remember, this return sucks. Real estate has fallen 33% if you use this as a metric. But the secret here, all right, if you buy real estate and you put 10% down or 20% down, that means you have 10x leverage or 5x leverage. That means you make money because you have that leverage. But buying for all cash does not work, ladies and gentlemen. Always. I remember it was a late 2021. I was urging everybody on Patreon, closing mortgages, 2.9%, 10-year interest only, borrowing as much as I could, lock in this crazy low money. And that's before any of this interest rate hiking ever even began. It was like 2.9% for me. It was free money because I know money debases half over 10 years. So it's like, imagine borrowing $1 million. Okay. 10 years later, you're paying back $500,000 effectively. And you're borrowing that money at 2.9%. It's an absolute no-brainer. But let's get back to your question. There are 3 rules of real estate for all the real estate professionals out there. Location, location, location. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no 18.6 year cycle. I can point you to places in the United States and in Europe that have not gone anywhere for 20 years. In fact, I can point you to other places that have actually gone down over the last 20 years. And I can point you to places that have quadrupled in the last 10 years. Okay? So it's all about the location. And therefore, I do believe this theory is both not accurate. It does not take into account all the factors that can affect the real estate market. And you should not be used to justify risky investment decisions at all. It's BS. What does drive real estate prices, and sorry for going so long because I've been studying this for 3 decades, the location, the demand in that area, the supply in that area, interest rates, economic factors, how many jobs are there? So for example, when Tesla opens up a huge facility in Austin, Texas, you can watch from the announcement time to the amount of price changes in real estate for 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom homes, and the amount of Starbucks, etc. Everything just goes through the roof. Okay, so that is kind of the jobs. Also, the key factor, which has become even more important, you've got government policies. For example, people fleeing passport zones not too long ago. I won't talk about that because it's political. Then you have things like freedom. What are you allowed to do in those places? And people now want freedom, and they want things to be well managed, etc. And low cost living, and of course low taxes. That's what drives real estate prices, not an 18-year cycle. So it's ridiculous.